Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next comedian. Our next comedian is somewhat of a novelty, an overweight Jewish woman who thinks she's funny. My wife here? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Sharon Dyer. She's here tonight. Sharon Dyer!
Hi, thank you all for coming out to support live comedy. Well, barely alive in my case. Actually, I want to give you a little disclaimer on that intro. That glare is too much. I'm really only half Jewish, and really I'm only half fat. From here up. Like, I need to point that out. If I were a superhero, I'd be Torso Woman. And let me share a factoid about being this body type. If you ever see anybody with their pants falling down all the time, tugging them up, don't embarrass yourself and them by saying, well, that's good, you're losing weight, because that's not what's going on. Not what's going on. There's a lot of talk these days about a muffin top, which is just that little spillage over your jeans. When you're shaped like me, what you got going on is a full, oversized muffin. With a force like you wouldn't believe that pushes the pants down and takes the underwear with them. I can't tell you how comfortable a feeling that is. And people have said to me, well, you should wear a belt. So I thought, well, all right, I'll give that a whirl. Turns out that the belt just adds weight. And this, what I call the T-force here, comes down, they just fall down quicker. And then there's suspenders. People have suggested that. And you know, the funny thing is, I think they would work. But part of the landscape with being a torso woman is these things. And I can't picture finding a pair of suspenders long enough to make that journey up and over. And while I'm on that topic about breasts, let me just tell you what a joy it is to go out in search of a bra when you're a full-busted woman. What kind of sick fuck would put stretch straps on a bra that's size 42 triple D? If I get walking at a good gait, I could knock myself out. Oh, and as if that isn't enough, you have to adjust the straps in the back. And if you know anything at all about gravity, you know there's got to be some slippage. So in order to, and since I'm not a contortionist, in order to adjust for that slippage in the course of a day, just so these things don't hit the fucking floor, I gotta disrobe, adjust the straps, and get dressed again. It's exhausting. And let me share another poignant breast story with you. I remember when I had my first mammogram. Well, it's kind of like, you know, a train wreck. You know you should look away, but you can't. So when it was fully compressed in that lovely vise, I made the mistake of looking down. Well, it was fucking terrifying. Let me tell you what it looked like, a mutant beaver tail. Looked like a beaver you wouldn't want to be fucking. Well, I could go on and on about my physical assets or liabilities, but can I have a show of hands on anybody here who may have been fired at least once from a job? Oh, okay, good. I'm sorry. Now keep your hands up. Now, anybody been fired at least 5 times? Oh, wow. Am I alone on that? Well, Well, to the rest of you, I say, amateurs. I can remember being fired from the first job. My first job I got fired from. I had been working there 9 years. And after 9 years, they told me they thought I might be a little slow. And I thought, well, you gotta kind of fucking wonder who's slow there. I haven't changed feet from the minute I was born. And then, and did I mention that I've spent the past 40 years working in the not so glamorous insurance world? I mean, really, can you even picture me in an office setting? It's not right. And the second time I got fired, it was, I made a mistake. Apparently you're not allowed to make mistakes on some jobs, but I think my real mistake was not checking my personality at the door. It was a very professional office. And my sense of humor threatened their professional demeanor. I believe they said it exactly that way. Well, the funny thing is, right before they let me go, I sent an email to my boss, and she responded, Sharon, you really need to spell check your emails. So I looked it over, and sure enough, at the end of it, instead of thanks, I put tinks. Well, I couldn't help myself. I replied, okay. And apparently it's that kind of shit that keeps getting me fired. But I do want to leave you with a tip for the job market. If you ever find yourself in that position where you are looking for employment, and a prospective employer says to you, may I ask why you left your last job? It's probably not a good idea to say, because they asked me to. Thank you very much. You've been a good crowd.